Buffalo Bills. Look, no one likes to hear about anybody else's fantasy team, but Josh Allen is my guy, and he's killing me.
Maybe that's why he's not playing well, because you touched him and now he's cursed. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right now. Like last week, and I said this on Twitter, and half of people agreed with me and half of people called me stupid. That was the least satisfying 35-0 divisional win in NFL history. And here's why. Exactly what you said. Like, Josh Allen owns the Miami Dolphins. He's got 3 AFC Player of the Week awards in his young career just against Miami. This was his game to come out and be like, I'm back. And he couldn't do it. Now, granted, you're playing against the most expensive corner duo in the league in Miami. They're really good corners, and they're dropping people back. But you win 35-0. But you didn't do it in any way that Bills fans were expecting you and need you to do it to beat the high-octane offenses in Baltimore and Tennessee and Kansas City, and looks like Vegas now, too.
Well, if that's a game and he's not going to perform well, that's the best game to do so, because what did they do, Duffy? Come on, give me the credit. How did they score their first touchdown?
On a 52-yard lucky breakout run?
No lucky breakout run. The guy made a big run, a good offensive run, was able to do the job. I think Allen, I was really concerned about a lot of passes that he threw in the game, but thank goodness the defense stepped up, put a donut on the board, and was able to knock out the starting quarterback, who is done for a while now.
Don't you dare sit here, because last week you said the Bills had to learn to run the ball.
And I said they win by double digits, and you were, oh.
First of all, it's a terrible impression of me. Second of all, there is no... Do I really look like that?
Oh.
I close my eyes?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, no, like, if you look at the rushing yardage, it's impressive when you don't break it down. Look, Singletary had a 52-yard run and ended up with 80-something yards, 30 more yards. Zach Moss had 2 touchdowns in his first game dressed, but he only rushed for 20-something yards in the game. Look, you hit a couple of home runs. You had some great runs in there, but that's not sustainable rushing numbers. There was a point in the third quarter, despite the fact that they were down 28-0, that the Dolphins had more offensive yardage and more first downs than the Bills did. It was the weirdest game I had ever seen. I walked away feeling very unsettled, but it's a 35-0 win, so I don't know what else to say.
Tariq, 9.5. I was surprised when the line came out that it was that big. Washington is at Buffalo this week, and Buffalo's a 9.5 point favorite.
And once again, I think Buffalo will do extremely well. I won't give a complete number yet so that Duffy doesn't explode, but I do believe is that Washington, now with an extra sort of week with their backup quarterback, you get a little tape on the guy, you got to understand that. Washington isn't great. They should have lost to the Giants, leave that alone, last week. But now they're going up against a Buffalo team that might have their mojo back a little bit, and I'm a little bit worried about Allen. Do you think the audience, the fact that there's a huge crowd there, plays a factor?
I said that 2 weeks ago, and you guys thought I was stupid. Here's my
I never thought you were stupid.
You made the face. It's too late to go back. You did the closed eyes face. Look.
You did the closed eyes.
I did do that.
My irrational fear is that my football analyst head says you may have played the best defense in the league week 1, and you might have played the best corners in the league week 2, and all of a sudden everything's going to be fine week 3. Here's the problem, though, my concern. This Washington team, you're right, they're not a great team. If they have one strength, it's their defensive line, right? Like, that's what they do. And your biggest weakness offensively right now, if you don't want to count the struggles Allen's having, is your offensive line. You saw what the Steelers were able to do to the Bills week 1. If the kid ain't got time to throw, I don't know.
I think Washington's defensively as good as Pittsburgh.
I don't think so. If Daniel Jones can score 29 points and he hasn't been able to score all season long, I think the Bills will score that much, if not more.
Over or above?
Above.
9.5?
Oh, yeah.
9.5?
No. No, you never take 9.5. You know this. You're a degenerate gambler as well. Never take 9.5. They're going to
give 9.5.
I'm sorry. They're going to win. No 9.5.
But I was right last week.
I was also right. I took them over 3.5.
Well, you can only ride that through the end of this week.
And one of us
next week.
There's one guy at this desk that's 2-0 on picks so far this season. So if you would acquiesce to me,
he really feels good about these Yankee calls, boy. I tell you, he's riding this all the way to
the
He's feeling pretty good about himself. So we've got a Washington bet and 2 on the Bills side. I think I'm sorry, I'm a Washington too. I think 4 to 6 points is about this one right. So we'll see. I think Washington's better than people give him credit for.